Welcome to Baku, Azerbaijan for the fourth Karate1 Premier League of the season. Our program comes to you live from the Heydar Aliyev Sports and Exhibition Complex and is being broadcast around the world and live streamed on Karate1 TV. This is the first time Baku has played host to the prestigious Karate1 Premier League. We are now at the business end of the tournament following 2 days of intense competition, which has featured some of the best karateka in the world. No less than 8 Karate1 Premier League winners from last season are among the host of Olympic, world and continental champions. I'm Billy Brennan, and joining me to provide you with live action is not one, but two, the Kuwait Karate twins. And to join me first of all is Salman. Welcome, Salman.
Thank you, Billy. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope for everyone watching this live video, enjoy the finals together.
As we just saw the screen there, the screenshot of the program that we've got lined up for the session, and it is exciting to say the least. And we're starting off with kata, and this is going to feature an Olympic bronze medalist. A little more about that in just a moment. But Salman, you were in Tokyo yourself for the Olympics. You were there as a coach for your amazing brother Mohammed. How did that feel for you?
Well, that was something spectacular. It's unforgettable days together we spent in Tokyo. It's a dream of maybe we can say 8 or 9 years. We dreamed about it in 2012, and it happened, and it came through into 2021. So.
Well, these guys now backstage, and this is Lau Mu Seong Grace of Hong Kong, China, and she is up against Hikaru Uno. You'll be able to watch those lining up for the bout in a few moments' time. This is an opportunity to look at the kumite preparation backstage. Now, kumite isn't one of the disciplines that you are focusing on. This is the discipline, as you see here with Lamu Grace and Serogina from Ukraine backstage. Salman, how do you feel when you're in this situation backstage with your warm-up ready to get going?
I think warming up area before the matches, before the medal matches, one of the greatest moments for each athlete. It's the time that you have a stress, but at the same time you feel proud of yourself that you reached to this level, because you know this level not any athlete can reach to it.
Time for the action.
Good afternoon, Baku. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome everybody to the Heydar Aliyev Sports and Exhibition Complex, and welcome to the first ever edition of the Karate1 Premier League held in Baku, presented by the World Karate Federation and the Azerbaijan National Karate Federation. 400 karatekas from nearly 60 countries, all of them looking for glory. But it's time for the finals. Time to see who the winners are here in Baku. First category on our tatami, female kata.
Female kata, one of the most technical disciplines in the sport of karate. Kata is historic for the sport. It's the language that's passed down over the centuries from the sensei. This is the story, isn't it, Salman, of how karate can be produced. Rather than the written word, it is the physical expression.
Well, I think it's not only for karate. For any martial arts sport, you can see kata is the basic. You know, if you can see, like for example, in Taekwondo, they also do have the bomsa, which is kata as well. The techniques and all this stuff which can make you as a kumite athlete even better and improve your skills. So we can say like kata is the mother of karate, and it's the most important thing.
Now there are 7 judges lined up on the side of the tatami. They will make their way to the table, and on that table there are a number of tablets, and they'll input scores for technical and athletic performance. So from an athlete's point of view, Salman, When you are making your way onto the tatami, you see these judges lined up. What's going through your mind?
Of course, with all the respect to all the referees, you have to know that they know about all the important skills that they are looking for to give the best points for the athletes. So the most important thing is to think about your performance, to not think about anything else, to not think about the audience. You just have to know that you worked hard, that you reached to this level, and you have to just have the confidence and believe believe in yourself, and do your job, because that's the most important for each athlete.
Coming from Hong Kong, China, number 2 at the British standing, number 4 at the world ranking, silver medals in BAKU seniors and rubber, bronze medal in Tokyo at the Olympic Games, and now she goes the big prize. Please welcome
What an introduction from the ring speaker. The philosophy of L'amour sans grace. Don't limit yourself, and she certainly doesn't do that.
Right now. Coming from Japan, number 1 at the British standing, number 2 at the world ranking, gold medalist in rubber, and she's the current Asian champion. Please welcome
Connell Hikaru from Japan. You're seeing the difference in the katas being announced, Onshu and Apuren. Now on the edge of the tatami, your style is Shotokan. What do you feel about the performance that we are about to see?
I think now it's, in my point of view, it will be a great final, because both of the athletes, they are strong athletes. They have a great result recently. Grace Lau from Hong Kong, she's the Olympic Games bronze medalist. She's doing Unshu, and Unshu is like the Unshu we have in Shotokan, but it's the other style. So I think it will be interesting, sorry. And yeah, we're going to enjoy this final.
We are indeed. And in fact, it is a rerun of the final that was in the Karate1 Premier League in Rabat.
Exactly.
So on that occasion, the win went to Ono.
Let's see today.
Will the tables turn?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We see a new winner.
L'amour sans grace. Onshu. Talk us through the kata. Salman, what's going on? How did she feel? What are those stances like?
I can say like Grace is one of the athletes that is always working so hard for any tournament, for any goal she have in her mind. So always when we see her doing a kata, like it's always a high level kata, speed, strength, balance, everything is so good. So as she's doing Unshu now, it's not easy kata. The level of this kata is a high level. That's why she's doing it in the final. So far, it's great.
What makes her choose this kata in this contest?
Well, it depends on maybe on the opponent. Some athletes, every single athletes have their own strategies. Some athletes have one strategy and they don't change it. They always choose the same katas in all the rounds and the middle bouts. And some athletes choose some katas just for the middle matches. So It depends. Of course, you have to study your opponent first. You know that you are facing who in the final or in the bronze medal match. So all these things matter.
It's a great deal to consider then, isn't there?
Yeah.
That concludes the performance of the kata from Lau Wu Xiong Grace of Hong Kong, China. And it is just down to the judges to decide what those scores are. Now, the grand winner of the Karate1 Championships, the world champion and the Olympic champion, Sandra Sanchez, has retired from competition. So that's left this female kata division wide open, isn't it, Salman?
Exactly, because Sandra Sanchez was something I think phenomenal. Like no one else was like Sandra Sanchez. A great athlete, a great spirit, always on the trainings. Like now, of course, the opportunity is big for the other athletes to like who gonna lead the female kata individual, and that's a good thing for the athletes.
And could it be a good thing for Ono Hikaru, because she's one of the front runners, certainly been challenging. She's a phenomenal individual, been a world silver medalist. She was a world silver medalist against Sandra Sanchez. And she will certainly be looking to continue with that winning streak. Very different kata, isn't it? This one in Papu Ren, slow movements, fast movements.
Yeah, exactly. We can see like even the rhythm of the kata of Papu Ren is much different than the rhythm that the other kata that Grace Lau from Hong Kong did. So these things are important also for the referees to see the difference between the two katas. And based on these things, that referees can give their own decision.
And what are the judges looking for in their assessment of the kata?
Well,
from a technical point of view.
The technical point, one of the most important thing is the conformance. You know, you have the most important thing is you have to follow your style. For example, if you are a Shotokan athlete, you have to do the kibadachi. As a kibadachi, you cannot open the legs and make it wide like a shikodachi. These are one of the most important things that you have to follow.
And you talk about kibadachi and shikodachi. That's the shape of the feet position in the straddle stance.
Exactly. Also, for example, for the hikite, for the hands, like for the shitoryu, you have to make it up, put it up, and for the Shotokan, it's a bit down on the belt. So you have to follow your style exactly.
And if people are not familiar with Japanese terminology for karate, the hikite is the pullback or the backhand position or the back or the way you recoil after the technique.
Yeah, the hikite is when you do your punch or your kakuzuki. Is the other hand when it goes back. This is the hikite.
An important balance point. And I know that you've told me before your favorite kata is gankaku, and that's all about balance as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So balance is important in the kata. So In Gangaku, it's something different because it's all about like the second half of the kata. You just perform the kata with almost one leg. But also in this kata, for example, in Paparan, there are some techniques and movements that you have to stand on only one leg, or the turns, the 360 turns, or 180 degrees. These all, like the most important thing on them is the balance.
That concludes she performed the kata. So we're going to move away now from kata and onto kumite, which is one of the three key elements of karate. The kihon, the basics, the kicks, the kata, as we've just seen, and now the kumite. So to join me for the kumite session, we have a two-time European junior medalist, 8-time senior British champion, twice senior European medalist, Paris Open in the Karate1 and numerous team titles. Fantastic, Amy Connell from Scotland. Amy, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Now, Amy, your discipline is kumite.
Yeah.
You were competing. Sadly, you didn't get through, but that's good for us, I guess, because we get a chance to talk to you and learn some of the things that you've been about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your category was minus 55.
Yeah, correct.
We'll talk about that shortly. This division, just have the athletes introduced. Miguel Salazar from Venezuela. She's the World Games silver medalist.
Number 9 of the world ranking. Don't swallow in Istanbul last year. Please welcome
Sara Bamanya from the Islamic Republic of Iran. As you see on the screen there, 12 Yukos she scored on the way through to get herself into this gold medal contention. She's the number 5 in the seed of this competition, and she's up against a tough cookie who is in form, definitely the World Games silver medalist in Miguel Salazar. So what do you know about these two, Amy?
Two very, very strong athletes, both in really good form, like you were saying, World Games silver medalists. So they're both in really good form right now. So I think it'll be a really close match.
And the referee for the bout here is Pirkko Heinonen from Finland. Pirkko Heinonen is also an Olympic referee, which is the world's best of the best, as indeed those that are competing here. From the style and the way that they conduct themselves in the matches, kicking, punching, what do you think the preference is?
They're both very good kickers. So I think we're going to see some good action with the legs here. But again, they're just very fast athletes, so it's really an exciting bout, I think, to watch, to see who chooses where and when, who chooses the right time to throw the techniques. I think that's going to be the biggest difference here.
And the time is really important, isn't it? So what's going on at the moment between these two?
Currently just testing each other there. There was a kick there from Venezuela there.
So Salazar did throw in a kick. Her coach believed it was a score. The judges didn't go for it. And now there is a video review. That gives a chance for us to see exactly what happened. There are 4 screens. You can see on the top right, there's the hooking kick going in at the back. Now, whether it's scored or not, that will be determined by the 2 referees down on the right hand of your screen. They're scrutinizing this this technique and will determine whether or not they felt that was a valid score. What do you think, Amy?
I think it just misses the target.
Okay.
Up there.
And you're absolutely right. So the referees waved that about. Now the problem for the coach means that there's no card to call again, is there?
No, so that's why it's so important to choose the right technique, isn't it, to use your card.
So all square as we are into the second 2/3 of the bout. Once more, Salazar goes for that hooking kick. The referee tells them to part and brings them back together to get back in the action. That's a good thing now, isn't it?
It's a really good thing. I think it keeps it kind of... Oh, got the score there.
And what kind of a score was that? I mean, it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because Salazar, she's full of confidence. She didn't get those first two, but she knew that in time she was going to cement her position. She's got the 3-point ippon. She's also got the senchu to go with it because it was unopposed. Going to be a tough situation now for Sarah Barmignan.
Difficult once you've got that point, isn't it? She's so confident with her movement and strong athlete when she's up.
Both clashing in there. Once more, Salazar goes high for the punch. There was a punch from Barmignan.
Yep.
The coach hasn't got the card anymore.
Yep.
What would be your advice, or still, if you were in Barmignan's position now and trailing, how do you go about trying to get that back?
Main thing's kind of shutting that distance down like she's trying to do here, trying to test her, like make her throw something and then take her point back. I think is a good tactic here.
That seems to be what she's doing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always good nature between fighters, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to see.
You could see that there was no intention. It just took the shin pad and spun it.
Yeah.
One of the great things about the sport of karate, the respect and the values that it carries.
It's amazing. It's huge, isn't it? It's so nice to see.
And so important.
Massive. In some other sports, you don't have that, so it's amazing to see in karate.
The referee who makes a recommendation, and the judges then can consider the recommendation and agree or disagree. In this case, the recommendation was that Salazar was pushing. So Sarah Barmignan, she saw her put her hand up, telling the coach to put in the video review. The referee was having none of that because it's not her job.
Yep.
It's the coach's job. So she gets a warning, but the video review will go ahead. Was she correct to do so? She thought she scored. What do you think, Amy?
It's a tough one. I'm not sure if it might just go past. Ducks underneath. It's tough call.
Well, it wasn't tough for the referees. They weren't convinced. And now, in a way, she's putting her coach into a difficult position because he's lost the card.
Yep.
She was the one who
asked for the card to be used. Yep.
Now, instead of a point, she gets a warning.
Yeah. It's difficult because sometimes, like the athlete, you feel like something scored, but realistically, the coach can see it from a better angle, can't they? So it's just trusting their instinct and going with what they say.
We're moving into the last 15 seconds of the bout. Sarah Barmignan for Islamic Republic of Iran in blue, trailing 5-0. She's got a tall order here. I don't think she's going to have time to overcome this huge lead from Georgiela Salazar. Delighted
nice
with
win,
that.
yeah, happy with that. Just happy.
A really good win, a really good win.
Nice clean points.
And that's her third medal this season in the Karate1 Premier League. Adds that to the Pan American Championship title she also won, and the World Games silver medalist. So she really is in cracking form, isn't she?
Absolutely. Nice to see that consistency coming through.
Congratulations once again.
us a chance to have a look at how she went through that. Male minus 60 kilogram category now. We see the legend from Azerbaijan, Rafael Agayev. He's decided to retire from competition, but what a career that man had. Five world titles.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And individual champions.
Made a big impact on the sport.
Superb,
yep.
Superb. Absolutely brilliant. And wish him all his best wishes we can for his retirement.
Absolutely.
And knowing Rafael Agayev, he won't be retiring completely.
He'll still be about
active
here. Absolutely.
Rimi Abouita of Egypt, 26 years of age.
And across the tatami,
What a reception this young man has got. He's only 19 years of age.
Amazing.
But here on his home turf, he's not going to be phased whatsoever. He may well be a relative newcomer, only just coming up from the junior ranks. And he's up against Karime Abouita, 26 years of age. Abouita scored 11 points in his first match.
It's a strong contender.
He certainly is, but Guliev has that extra bit of something going on here because he's got everybody in the stadium on his side.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's important, isn't it?
It makes a difference, yeah. You can feel the energy.
So when you're training, do you train with the male and female competitors in Scotland, or is it just?
Yeah, a mixture, both. Yeah, it's good being able to train with men and female. I think it makes a difference in your training, getting all round.
And do you do the same sort of training?
Similar, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a good mixture of things. It's nice to go to different training camps as well. You get different training partners as well.
When you say training camps, you go internationally for that?
Yep. Yeah, it's really good. Really cool.
Well, there were huge calls from the crowd for a point there. And delighted to see that their young fighter Guliev opens the score with a Yuko. He'll also have the senchu to go with it.
Yep.
And that senchu, Amy, is really important, is that extra lift. It's almost like 2 points, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because you've got that in the back of your mind that if it's a draw, you have senchu. So it makes a big difference getting that first score on the board.
But if it's if the opponent has the senchu and the first point, what's going on in your mind then as a fighter? Is there there's no panic, is it? Or
no, I mean, I think if it's your first time and you're a little bit nervous, then it can be a big thing. But once you've been through it a few times, you know you just need to take each point at a time, get it back.
Again, the timing.
Yeah, perfect timing there.
Guliev is brilliant.
Yep.
That kick came in from Abouita, but it was met with that counter punch from Guliev.
His timing is just really on point.
And this is this kind of super fast division of the male categories, isn't it?
Yeah. Exciting one to watch.
Guliev moving around the tatami. Abouita trying to hunt him down, trying to claw back some of the deficit of those 2 points. Abueta going to get penalised for holding. Still nearly halfway of the match still to go though. Still a lot of time, isn't there, Amy?
Plenty time, yeah. He doesn't need to panic yet. He's trying to keep it smart and claw back those 2 points that he needs back.
It's good to see Guliev. He's not settled back on those 2 points. He's still trying to get more.
Yep, still building on his points.
Goes in about high punch, then a roundhouse kick to the body.
Nice.
Good combination,
good combination,
wasn't it?
yeah. He didn't stop on the one, kept going for his point. He's got it in the last one.
Two-thirds of the way through. Still over a minute to go, though. Abueta still has opportunity. 1 3-point score can completely change the tone. But not if Guliev can have anything to say about it. That's another point. 5 points, he's really flying.
Yeah, he's flying. He's picking his points really well now. Choosing when to go in.
Oh, very quick counter. Karime Abueta gets back 1 of the points. Coach believes that there was another score from Abueta. There is the punch over the top. Now to score, has to have good form, vigorous application, correct distance, correct timing, zanching. Lots of things you've got to get right.
Absolutely, yeah, there's a lot of criteria there. Simply tick the boxes.
And you got them right that
Yep,
time.
that time.
Positive score. 1 hit on, could level it.
Yep.
1 3-point score, could level it. The only difference then would be that Senchu.
Yeah, important Senchu. Definitely putting the pressure on now, Egypt. You can feel that pressure.
Oh, that was brilliant technique. You saw the way that he lifted that knee so high, that hook and kick. And now, watch the score change.
Yep.
It's now 5-5 with 24 seconds still to go. There is a video review request from the coach of Guliev. Tense moments.
Very tense there. That was just good timing. That kick was timed to perfection.
Tremendous technique, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What you see in that top right-hand screen, that hooking kick going in. Now, this is crucial because in the next 24 seconds, there's 2 ways that Abueta can take this gold medal. If he forces an error and it goes to Hante and get the decision from the judges, that's one way. Score another point, he'll win 6-5. He's considering he was in a terrible position, 5-0 down.
Yeah.
And he's come back.
Yeah, it shows that mental strength, doesn't it? To look at the scoreboard, going 5-0 down and still be able to claw your points back. It's phenomenal.
Everyone in the stadium willing the judges to give a positive outcome to this video review.
Yep.
And it is a no. No score, no card left.
Yep.
24 seconds still to go. 5-5. Senchu lies with Guliev with that green dot. Video review request this time from the coach of Karime Abueta. There was a punch, most definitely.
Yep, yeah, he believed it was in, so it's always...
What did you think?
Close one. It's always tough to see. The second.
But there were 2 punches. The first one
Yep.
was short. The second one certainly followed up immediately. But the distance wasn't so great.
No.
And you saw the pad, it kind of slipped past the side of the face, didn't it?
It's a lot to get the perfect score. He's going to throw everything here, though.
Into the last 10 seconds we go. Abueta not happy that Guliev fell to the tatami for no apparent reason. Guliev must hang on for the next 8 seconds. There's a punch from Guliev. And a roar goes up here in the Haydar Stadium. Another point, 6-5. He now leaves, 6 seconds left. Abueta must score at least 2 points to win the match. And he doesn't.
No.
Great win.
Yeah, well done. What a great match.
Amniaga Guliev from Azerbaijan takes the gold medal in the 4th Karate1 Premier League here in Baku, Azerbaijan. The first ever Premier League held here in Baku.
Phenomenal. Yeah, gold medal for his country. We're very proud right now. Good match.
Congratulations, both of you. Big applause to them. Amniaga Guliev. Gold medal here.
Tremendously exciting bout.
Yeah, great atmosphere.
When you looked at that first part, he was so far ahead, wasn't he?
Yep, massive difference.
And to be fair, Abueta really clawed that back.
He did, yeah,
He was a whisker away
Absolutely.
of getting that result.
Yep.
But this is the man of the moment.
Great points.
Wow. Tremendous hooking kick. Lots of females in that picture there, young and old. Now, I know, Amy, that you are setting out on a new kind of program for the women in Scotland. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it's been great. So I've just started doing female self-defense classes in Scotland. Absolutely loving doing them. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while, and then just recently was something that I thought could make a big difference to females with confidence, like having kind of that self-defense tactics that they don't have. They've never been taught before. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving doing them.
And how long have you been doing this?
Only a few months.
Really?
Only started a few months ago.
And you say it's going really well.
Yep, it's just amazing to see the confidence in the females, to see the difference in them. It's something that kind of we as athletes, I was taught karate from a young age, but a lot of people have never had that before. So yeah, it's been really, really interesting seeing that growth.
And I guess it doesn't mean that you have to go on to, joining karate clubs or taking belts or entering competition.
No, nothing like that. Just if you feel like you're a female and you'd love to know a little bit how to defend yourself in certain situations, it's a great way of just having fun, learning confidence, kind of empowering yourself. Really enjoyable.
Fantastic. Onto the female minus 55 kilogram category. Now this is your category, and you know everything about these athletes. Alham Youssef, the current world champion. Wow, what an introduction here from Jose Redondo. Angelica Teliugal, the Olympic silver medalist, World Games gold medalist, 13 Karate1 Premier League wins she's had.
Phenomenal.
This is going to be an amazing bout because we've got a world champion against an Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the repeat of the final in Rabat.
Yep. So it's been they know each other very well. An interesting fight.
Must be so difficult. And obviously, you know, unfortunately, you didn't manage to get it on the tatami for today, but you know these fighters so well. You know all about them.
Yeah.
What can you expect from...
To see from this, I think it's been quite a cagey match. I think they, like I said before, they know each other so well. So it's like picking the right time, and they're both very good kickers. So I think, you know, it's picking the right time to throw those techniques.
Teliuga has an incredible ability with her oromawashi, the hooking kick, particularly in a defensive situation.
Yeah.
Just comes up from nowhere.
Yeah.
But as you say, Youssef equally
Also has
has great kicks.
on the defence and attack.
Referee not satisfied with the level of action. You say this is quite a cagey fight, and you're absolutely right there, aren't you? They get a warning for passivity. And this is, you know, that first point that we've talked about in the censure is such an important point, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's a lot of testing. There's a lot of like provoking, but not quite committing to that full first point. So you kind of want to see what they do.
Good combination there, the roundhouse kick and followed up by the punch from Teliuga. But this is like all sports, isn't it? You know, you can't expect to just come straight off the traps and winning, or from a kick-off in a football match to score a goal in seconds. It can happen, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. There's sometimes we see that, but a lot of the time it's kind of testing. It's also a mind game, isn't it? Karate is a big 3 minutes, but it's a lot of your mindset and testing and trying to wear your opponent down a little bit. So it's a lot here to see whose patience is going to be stronger.
And wearing them down psychologically as well, isn't it? As physically. You see on the shoulders of Angelica Teliuga, she's wearing those gold stripes. That's the gold embroidery signifying the fact that she is, in fact, last season's grand winner from the Karate1 Premier League. 2/3 of the way through, still no score. This is going to be a difficult one for the referees as well, isn't it? Because if it's 0-0, they have to make a decision.
They do. And there's not been any big difference yet. They've been both quite cagey, haven't they? So
yeah, a couple of not committed kicks, but from Teliuga, perhaps, but very little between the two of them. This could be one of those last 5 seconds, last 10 seconds. Somebody's going to spring the trap. Another punch being recorded by the referees, a side kick to the body, again from Teliuga. And the judges will be racking up these actions. There's a roundhouse kick from Youssef. Now she's decided that she really needs to lift her game a little bit.
yeah,
But it's from the beginning to the end that is being considered by the judges, should they go to a 0-0 and a Hante decision. Nobody wants the judges to have to make those decisions. It should be from the athletes and scoring points.
yeah.
Referee is going to have to stop the match because there's a video review request from the coach of Angelica Teliuga. Now, there's only 4 seconds left. There's two things could be going on here from the coach's mind, isn't there? One is, I'm going to put it in a video review because I think I've scored, and hope to plant a seed in the minds of the judges. They won't be fooled by that, by the way, because these are professional judges and referees. But let's see, is there a valid score to be had from Teliuga? Were you convinced, Amy?
It's hard to see, isn't it? Not 100%. No, they weren't.
No. So it's probably a tactical call.
Tactical call, yeah. 4 seconds to go.
Both kicking at the same time. Now, unfortunately, Youssef did a high kick. Teliuga's was a midsection kick, and that was not the intended target, but never mind. Never mind, it's still painful, and will be a warning. In the last second or two, there's a double kick there now. Youssef throwing 2 or 3 kicks in a row right at the very end. Let's see what the judges make of this.
Yep.
Where would you go?
I'm leaning towards blue.
Well, it's a split decision, and it is 3-2 in favour of Alam Youssef, the world champion. Split decision is an indication of how close it was.
Absolutely, yeah. It shows there was not much between the two athletes.
No. So it's a 0-0 score. Very, very difficult. But on this occasion, the winner's gone to Youssef. But nobody really wants the decisions to go...
No, to the judges.
To the judges.
Yeah.
But sometimes, as we see here, an Olympic silver medalist, a world champion,
Yeah.
the margins are so tight. Let's have a look at what happened.
Yeah.
Our referees making their way onto the tatami. Are you ready for the next bout?
Next category, Kumite minus 67 kilogram.
Male Kumite under 67 kilograms.
The referee panel, as we see lined up. Now, Amy, your next competition coming up soon.
Yep, we have the Commonwealth Championships in Birmingham this week coming.
We have Birmingham, Alabama for the World Games.
Yeah, Birmingham, England
Birmingham,
for
England
Commonwealth
this time.
Games. Yeah. That should be a great competition. Really looking forward to it. Nice to be in the UK as well.
You already have medals in the Commonwealth.
Yes, in the final last time, silver medalist.
So you're current silver medalist.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope you can get into the final again. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, fingers crossed.
Best of luck with that.
Thank you very much.
What an athlete this from France is. Steven de Costa, Olympic gold medalist, youngest French male ever to win a world gold.
Wow, incredible. He's just been so consistent.
And he's still only 25 years of age. Olympic gold medalist, world champion, oh my word.
Incredible.
It's phenomenal. And he's had 10 Karate1 Premier League wins as well.
Yeah.
Dionysios Zenos from Greece, 27 years of age, his opposition. Zenos was gold medalist in Karate1 Premier League in Rabat.
A very interesting fight. They're both very exciting fighters to watch.
And they like to throw lots of techniques,
Yep.
kicks, punches,
Sweeps,
sweep, everything.
everything,
The
yep.
whole, the full
Yep.
repertoire. Using your word cagey.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a cagey start, isn't it?
Yep. Again, at this level, the athletes, they know each other so well, so it is just the little fine margins like we were saying before.
Oh, Chudo Nyoko, Gary, powerful kick.
Powerful kick. Yep. Very
And that's
powerful.
a kick that's starting to find its way back into competition. It seemed to have been lost for several years.
Absolutely.
But now Yokogiri, the
Strong
side kick.
yeah. Like an attacking kick and also defensive. You're seeing it both ways, aren't you? Like in the last 5 seconds, people are using it as a defensive score, or people are also going forward with it, which is nice to see. A powerful kick.
And talking of kicks, what is your favourite technique, or are you happy to share that with us?
Yeah, happy to share. I do enjoy kicking and punching. I'm more of a puncher, I'd say, when I'm scoring points. But obviously everyone enjoys kicking as well. But yeah, for me, it's head punches are my main score.
And the thing with karate, 1 point for a punch,
Yep.
unless it's a takedown.
Yes. Yep.
And 2 points for a kick to the body, 3 points for a kick to the head.
Yeah.
So 3 punches you have to do
For the same to
for
get a
one
kick.
kick.
Yeah. Yep. Big difference.
But some would argue that it's more difficult to
Score your.
be successful with a kick.
Yeah. So it depends which way you look at it, doesn't it? It depends. People are sometimes easier to pick off 3 punches than it is to score 1 kick. Depends how much of a kicker you are.
Yeah, of course.
But both these athletes are great at hands and feet.
So here's the video review, and it is the technique from Dionysius Xenos. And there's the punch. And this was just before he took flight
Yep.
over the top of Costa. So the punch was there. Now, one of the considerations is correct distance.
Yep.
So if the punch is too long, too far away, it may not be successful, and it isn't,
Yep.
and it's probably for that reason.
Yep.
And he created the illusion of Hikate by following the punch in with his body.
Really forward. Yep.
But the judges wouldn't have been fooled by
Yeah.
that. Xenos trying to put more pressure on to Costa. Costa pulls him round. He might get penalised for holding on with both hands, and he does.
Does. Yep.
He had the right idea of turning out of the corner, didn't he?
Yeah. Just with the double hand grab. Yeah, we're definitely going to see him pushing for that pressure and closing that distance down a little bit more now, trying to pressure to Costa into making a mistake or getting that score.
This time it's Xenos who gets the warning for holding. Into the last 30 seconds. Xenos needs to put pressure on Da Costa, who's happy to sit back close to that Jogai line. He doesn't seem too phased by it, does he?
No. He was quite confident there.
Cleverly turns out of the corner,
Yeah,
didn't
that's what he was
didn't
waiting
have
for.
to take a Jogai.
Yep.
He has got 2 yellow warnings against him, so but Xenos once more pushes him back in, tries that side kick to the body, the same technique that he was scored upon with.
Yeah.
Comfortable win, really, for the Olympic champion.
Congratulations to you. Da Costa, the Olympic champion. That's 1 more goal.
powerful, that side kick.
So powerful. Such a strong kick. Yeah, it was a very smart fight.
We have more action to go. New category all the way. Female Philippine under 61 kilograms. Gold medal match. Female Philippine minus 61 kilograms.
Female minus 61 kilogram category. So you never fancy, would you fancy being a referee when you've retired or a coach? What's the next step?
I think coach was something I've always thought I would go into after retiring. I think especially looking for more female coaches, especially in our country, it's definitely something that I think could be used more. So I'm looking forward to going into that after I retire.
Stephanie, your sister,
yes,
is
she's
a coach now.
Yes, so she competed and then she got to a point where she retired and she's a full-time kata coach for that.
Once more, we have two fantastic fighters on the tatami. Anna Joanna Nilsson from Sweden, under 21 world bronze medalist, up against the 32-year-old Anita Serogina of Ukraine. Serogina has had good success in Karate1 Premier League this season, first in Matosinhos and second in Fujairah. Referee Mikko Heinonen from Finland.
Yeah, Serogina, she's a very tactical fighter, so she is. Uses the distance really well, shuts down and picks her points really clearly. I think we'll see a lot of that here.
When you say shut down, what do you mean by that?
Uses her the distance really well to kind of close the distance between them.
Okay, so to stop her opponent having the ability to get the right distance to attack.
Yeah, and sitting just inside that when she wants to score her points, she's in a good place to go.
And that's the kind of the setup for the attack.
Exactly, yep, to get them in.
In this category, we have had some fantastic fighters. Bronze medals earlier went to Morocco, and Mangia Capra from Italy. It's most certainly one of the quieter starts, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, we've not seen too much action yet.
And not a great deal to make a judgment on, should it go to 0-0.
No. The last one that we saw that went to decision, there was a little bit more, wasn't there?
There was
Back
indeed.
and forward. There we go. Picked her timing really well there.
Serogina. And this was, she caught her on that kind of bounce, didn't she?
Yep.
As Nilsson was bouncing in,
Yep.
in came the punch from Serogina.
Yep.
There is a video review request from the coach of Sweden. So top right, there's the punch that was going in from Serogina, followed by punch to the head, but it was unsuccessful. It went way past, actually, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult for the coaches sometimes because everybody has a different angle.
Absolutely. And sometimes when that point goes in, when they have sensu, it's worth challenging the point if you think your athlete might have scored, because it takes that sensu away. So sometimes it's a tactical card use to see in case you get that point.
Oh, clever footwork from Anita Serogina. In addition to your karate, do you do other sport to play to increase your flexibility or agility?
No, mainly just using drills and like plyometrics and using different things, probably from other sports, but putting them into techniques and drills within karate to kind of sharpen your feet work.
Because it's clearly, as the sport has developed, you can see far more need for agility.
Yeah.
Because if you're stagnant on the tatami, you're going to get picked off so quick.
Yep.
With the speed of the fighters nowadays.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to be always ready to move forward, to move back, to move side. Your agility, feet agility is massive now. It's definitely changed a lot.
So you're always up on the toes, all up on...
Always there. Yeah.
Rarely have your heels flat on the floor.
No, I think unless you're in a safe distance, you're really far away, then that's kind of like a safer spot. But other than that, you have to really be on the ball the full 3 minutes now.
On the ball is the right term as well.
Literally, yeah.
On the ball of the foot and on the ball.
Physically and mentally, yeah.
Very good. Into the last 15 seconds. Anita Serogina still leading 2-0. She has the sensu. Nielsen trying to hunt her down, keep her in the corner. Serogina just goes off the tatami. Judges haven't deemed it to be deliberate. She was propelled off, so if she was propelled off the tatami, it isn't a jogai. I think Nielsen felt there towards the end of the bout that she wasn't really going to overcome Serogina.
Yeah, difficult to get back.
Quite a confident performance from the Ukrainian fighter. So we're going to change colour commentators, so Amy's going to join us in a few moments, but in the meantime we're going to have the mats turned back from Kumite to kata. And this time we have another one of the twins from Q8, the fantastic twins from Q8. Salman did the last match, but this time it's Mohammed. Oh, Mohammed, welcome back.
Hi again. I'm happy to be back again here with you. We have interesting final coming ahead. Moto Kazamusu ranked 5 and Kakiro Nishiyama ranked number 9.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And ring speaker will be bringing names in just a few moments. We see the names up on the board.
It seems everybody is ready. Our volunteers are really fast changing our tatami. And in a second we'll be waiting for another gold medal match, I think tatami and cadro.
Big hugs there for Anita Serogina. Congratulations. Mohammed, we have the male kata. We're going to be looking at that. 4-time world champion, Rio Kuna. Fantastic. World champion, Olympic champion, the legend, the legend. With the absence of Rio Kuna, and he's not active in the same way. Damian Quintero is still top dog. Who's going to be challenged? We know Ali Sofologlu is up there, but earlier he was defeated. Dennis Ozdemir.
Yeah. Well, actually, of course, Leo Kion is the legend. You know, he's the only athlete who was always there on the podium at the gold medal. So now, if you see in the Premier Leagues, each one was a different champion in each one of them. So yeah, this time we will see also.
Chance to have a look at some of the fighters. There we have Elena Carici from Switzerland, we saw in the crowd just now. It's great to see audiences back, isn't it, in arenas?
Yeah, of course. It's amazing to have the audience in all the competitions. I remember, like in Tokyo, the Olympic Games, it was amazing, but unfortunately there was no audience there, you know. So yeah, whenever there's audience, whenever there's people there, the action is more, everything is amazing. The atmosphere is fantastic. It gives a lot of motivation for everyone. So we are happy to have the audience here.
Referees have made their way onto the tatami now, and we are waiting the entrance of the two athletes, both from Japan, both fantastic karateka.
To judge all the aspects of the kata competition, the athletic aspect.
So what's next on the plan for you and your brother?
Well, actually, we will go back to Kuwait now and prepare for the Series A in Turkey. We will not be able to do the individual kata, but we will do the team kata with our teammate Mohammed Hussein, whose nickname is Suzuki, the famous name. So we are preparing for the Series A there, and at the end of the year we have the Asian Championship.
Lots going on.
Yeah, the season this year is tough. So many competitions.
Nishiyama Kekoro with definitely some physical kind of links to the fantastic Kyonario. His demeanor is very similar.
Yeah, of course. Always, this is the Japanese spirit.
Moto Kazumasa. Absolutely fantastic athlete. First in Rabat, seventh in Matosinhos, and second in Fujairah. The choice of kata for Nishiyama is Chibana no Kushanku. This is the kata Kushanku and the version from Chibana. And you told me earlier, Mohammed, that your favorite kata is Gankaku.
Yeah.
So we'll have a chance to see.
Yeah, always Moto with his Gangaku, amazing balance, amazing stability on the tatami. So I'm sure we are going to see an amazing kata again, especially when it's against Nishiyama. He's also one of the best athletes. He already got a gold medal this year in the Premier League as well. Moto, he has also a gold medal. So they are fighting now for the second one. Let's see who's gonna win this gold medal.
Exactly. Nishiyama was gold medalist in Matosinhos in Portugal. He was a bronze medalist in Rabat, whereas Moto was gold medalist in Rabat and a silver medalist in Fujairah. Both demonstrating great consistency with podiums.
He's all one of the best Shitoryu athletes now in the Japanese national team, and as well Moto's like the best Shotokan athlete in the Japanese national team. So we are watching now the best in the two different styles.
Great speed.
Amazing.
So just talking through the kata as you know it and as you see the performances. If there's you can have fouls, of course, can't you? So you have to be careful that you don't make any imbalances.
Exactly, the balance, the OWQs, like hitting yourself to show that to show your strength, the extra, let's say, voice, which is not the kime. These kind of things are all folds in kata. You always need to avoid them to have the best punctuations.
And you study the rules as well as practice the kata.
Yeah, of course, we are always doing that, always trying to see what the rules are, the new rules of kata. We always try to follow them, so we avoid all the mistakes in the kata and try to always improve our points during the rounds and during the finals. The interesting thing, Nishiyama, he was with me in the eliminations, and Moto Kazumoso was with my brother in the eliminations. So now they are both in the finals together. We had a tough opponent. They are really amazing athletes, and it's great to watch them in the final.
You compete against your brother?
Yeah, we did so many times.
And how does that go? Does it go from one to the other, or who dominates? Is there one of you?
No, usually because like it's not kumite, you know, it's kata. So always we try to go inside the tatami, do our best, and show the best performances. So yeah, I remember once we did it in Chile in the Series A in the semifinals, and luckily he was number 6 and I was number 7. So all the referees were so shocked and they were surprised, like how this guy do 2 times kata, you know.
But I do love the diplomatic way that you avoided the question and didn't tell me who was the best.
Well, actually, I cannot say who's the best. We are both always pushing each other. We are both helping each other to reach our maximum, you know. So I cannot answer who's better, but no, I can guess that we are both. It's
unfair of me to ask, isn't it? But we are
amazing performance.
We are looking at the best here, and that was a great performance from Nishiyama.
As usual, he's always proving that he deserves that medal.
Moto Kazumasa, also from Japan, 27 years of age. In fact, both of them are 27. His choice of kata is Gankaku from the Shotokan style.
He's the current World Games champion, a big medal after Rio Kiona, which of course helps him in his katas and to motivate him always.
As this is your favorite kata, Mohammed, how do you feel when you're going through each of the techniques? You're living the kata?
Of course, especially in this kata, you know, it's everyone thinks that the most important part in Gangaku is the yukogiri part, but the beginning is always so important. You need to show your full speed, the jump, the poses and the techniques. So I can really understand the feeling that he's feeling in this kata.
And what we saw there, those three kikotsudachi,
Yes.
the transition, if you can easily make a mistake and have the foot position wrong on that.
Exactly, like this is the most thing that we always focus on, to not make any extra movements, to just show your speed and to show your strength, so that we can see always from like Moto, he's always trying his best. And now we can see the most important part of the kata, which is the balance and the yukogiris.
And that transition into that knee lift has to be a flowing movement, doesn't it?
Exactly. Some athletes, they do it like slowly to just avoid losing the balance, but with Moto you cannot see this. He's always giving like the 100% risk. And
on a mat, a soft surface like this, it makes it even more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's not easy.
That was superb, wasn't
yeah,
it?
nice one.
This is difficult, to spin and stop.
Nice one.
Excellent performance.
Excellent performance from both of them, actually. As a Minnesota athlete, I think this Gangaku was amazing.
So we got athletic performance and technical performance to consider. 7-8-6 against 7-7-4. Nishiyama in the lead with the athletic performance. This is the big one. 18.2 against 18.06. Really, really tight match, isn't it?
Yeah,
and the win does go to Nishiyama Kakuro, 26.06 against 25.08.
Close one, very nice performance from both. Congratulations to Nishiyama and hard luck to Moto Kazamusa.
Silver medal, Moto Katsumasa. Congratulations, both of you. Nishiyama Kakuro, gold medal. Once again,
We'll have a chance to have a look at, no doubt, a little bit of the performance as the mats are going to be changed now away from kata and back to kumite. Thank you very much indeed, Mohammed. And
thank you, Billy. It was a pleasure to be here with you. See you next time.
Bye-bye. So we are going to be changing over to kumite and changing co-commentators.
Thank you.
So we're ready for the kumite, and I'd like to say welcome once more to Amy Connell from Scotland.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Great, Amy. We've seen some fantastic kumite. Yeah. You watched the kata, sitting close by. What was your opinion?
And I love watching kata, I do. For me, it was an interesting decision. I think both very different styles, so obviously different opinions on each one.
It is a tough job, isn't it,
yeah.
for kata judges to make a difference, particularly when there are different styles, as you say.
Yep.
Perhaps a little less difficult to judge kumite, because the expression is quite easy to see sometimes with the kicks and the punches and the strikes.
Absolutely, yeah. Easier to define, isn't it? Yeah, I would agree.
So we're going to be moving on with the male minus 75 kilogram kata.
medals after the 130-minute event. And now he wants for
Arman Askari Gonche, Islamic Republic of Iran, 30 years of age.
Wearing blue, heading from Kazakhstan, number 20 of the Burning Standing, number 15 of the World Ranking, bronze medalist at the last Asian Championships in Nurkan
Azikanov, Kazakhstan, looking for his first Karate1 medal of the, not just the season, but overall. Whereas Ashkari is his first Premier League this season. He's had 5 wins in the past. But the past is the past, and Azakanov will be looking at the future.
The future right now.
Referee for the match, Hassan Farouk Hassan. Do you have a preference in the male divisions of which you prefer, the lighter weight or the heavier weight, or in this case the middleweight?
I do enjoy watching the minus 67s. I think it's an exciting one. Like we were saying, we've got the fast, they're still really quick in there, with lots of different techniques. But again, each category brings something different, doesn't it? So I do enjoy all, but for me, I do prefer the later ones to watch.
Right. And do you study male competitors as well to find strategies and tactics?
Not so much analyse their styles, more just analysing your females and people in your category and the way female, because it's very different obviously the way they fight. But I do love watching like how people fight in general, so it's good to see.
So interesting when you say it's very different. In what way is it different?
Just I feel like if you watch a male and a female fighters, the tactics are slightly different. I think when you're watching, maybe it's different. Maybe it's just as an athlete you feel this. Maybe to other people you can't see such a difference. But I feel like we're slightly different in tactics and the way that we fight. Yeah, might just be the way we feel as an athlete.
As a person.
As a person, maybe. Yeah.
Over the halfway stage, and looks like we have the opening score, and it's going in favour of Kazakhstan's Azikanov. There is a video review request from the coach of Ashkari, so there won't be the censure awarded just yet. Chance to have a look at the action. You see the punch flying past the side of the face of Azikanov. And if that's the one that is being contested,
Yeah, I know.
it's a definite no, isn't it? So back into the action, 1 minute, 30 seconds, about halfway through. And it is Ashkari who's leading by 1 point to 0.
An interesting one. There's such a big height difference, isn't there?
And that is the reach then,
Yeah.
isn't it? That longer arm. You see the front arm of Ashkari going over the top of Azakanov's attack. And that was what he was looking for, to take advantage of that longer reach, wasn't it, Amy?
Yeah, absolutely.
There is a video review from Azikanov's coach, Tariq Abdel Salim, as you see in the top right.
Underneath.
One going in low, Ashkari going over the top. What do you think there?
It does make contact, but it's not. Is it clean? It's always tough. I think you have a tough decision as referees.
He was leaning down to the side a little bit, wasn't he? Did it slip past? I wonder. Did it have good form, vigorous application, zanchin, proper timing, correct distance? All of those things need to be present for it to be a score. They seem to be taking some time to make a decision, and the decision is no. And you see him leaning down to the side.
It's not quite a good technique.
It wasn't really good form.
Yeah.
He realises, of course, that he's training by that century again. He goes over the top. Ascari was very lucky there. He put the punch in. He thought he'd scored, and then he turned his back.
Yep.
Not a clever thing to do.
No.
This time was more successful.
Yeah, nice clean point.
That seems to be the one that's paying off for him, isn't it?
Yep, using that reach really well.
But what about Azikanov now? Amy, what's he going to do? Because he's now on the back foot, isn't he?
Yep. Slightly different dynamics now.
Into the last 20 seconds. Up goes a kick from Ashgari. Going to take a Hansaka-Chewy warning. Can't afford to go off the tatami or fall foul of category 2 anymore. He's got 13 seconds. That's a long time, isn't it?
It's a long time, yeah, to keep that.
Fast punch
very
there.
fast punch underneath.
He evaded that front hand, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then put in that one to the body.
Yep.
And now the pendulum swings in the direction of Azikanov.
Yep.
The century advantage.
Yep.
Now it's Ashgari trying to come forward. Ashgari goes over the top with a punch. But at the same time, a punch comes in from Azikanov. Well, clever strategy, clever tactics from Nurkanat Azikanov.
Yeah.
He will get penalised because he was holding on and pushing around. So he'll lose the century, but he'll take the gold.
Absolutely, yeah. Smart tactics there. Very smart.
Gold medal for Nurkanat Azikanov from Ukraine. Silver medal, Bahman Ashgari Monshag. From Kazakhstan, Nurkanat Azikanov from Kazakhstan. And silver medal, Bahman Ashgari Monshag. Congratulations, both of you.
That was the one when he went into the body.
Yeah, good underneath. He used that a lot, didn't he? He used that good tactic.
Seva, Olympic champion. Female minus 68 kilogram between Italy and Azerbaijan.
Under 68 kilograms gold medal match. What about the ladies and gentlemen? our referees ready. So, introducing first, Aka. Ready in red, coming from Italy. Number 3 on the previous ranking, number 2 on the world ranking. Gold medal at the senior super Olympics in China. Silver medal at the World Championship with Juan
Silvia Semerero. 13-3 semi-final win she had.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's incredible.
Now, this is going to be another fantastic fight because this is a rerun of the final in Fujairah.
Yep.
First against second, and it went in favor of Arina Zaretska. It's a rerun of the final in Matosinhos. First went to Semerero, second to Zaretska. It's a flip-flop, one way or the other. What's going to happen today? And here is the man who's going to look after it, Mansour Al-Sultan, the Olympic referee from Kuwait.
An interesting match.
Oh, and we see a straightaway Semerero going in for a head punch. There was a flag for Zaretska, but the coach didn't go for a video review. Zaretska, the Olympic silver medalist. Semerero, also an Olympian. A real treat to have these two superstars. Zaretska's won 10 Karate1 Premier Leagues.
Phenomenal, great career. And again, these two, like you said, they've fought each other so much. It's always an interesting one. There's not like one dominant. It's kind of quite even in terms of wins and losses. So it's always interesting to see.
Zaretska's gone on low for that punch.
Nice yak.
That the referee just checking to make sure that she's not carrying an injury. 1-1. Senchu still lies in favour of Silvia Semerero. You were talking earlier about ladies in self-defence.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys don't need any self-defence courses. They've had years of training, haven't they?
Training, yeah, it's phenomenal. I think that's the thing. Like we grow up with this. It's phenomenal. We can do that.
Semerero again goes high as Zaretska goes low. Neither of the coaches want to risk putting in that card.
Not yet.
Again, Zaretska, to the delight of the audience from Azerbaijan. Originally from Ukraine, moved to Azerbaijan and has become a real star.
Yeah, absolutely. Great career.
There's the video review request for that attack from Semerero. And it's not being given. So the card's been lost for Semerero. She still has the Senchu. She needs a 2-point score.
good. Yeah, there's going to be an interesting next couple of minutes.
What she should be doing.
You can feel that energy though, can't you? She's someone who's not going to let it go without a fight.
She's intense, isn't she?
Yeah, very intense. Yeah.
Oh, she was so unlucky
there. Yep.
Almost caught that leg.
She's really putting that pressure on there. You can feel it now.
She ran into the trap set by the world champion Irina Zaretska. Zaretska just trying to hook away that support leg as the kick came in. First yellow card. Moving into the last 30 seconds. Semeraro really needs to get herself back in contention. She's trailing 4 points to 1. She does have the senchu. She needs a Nippon score.
Yep.
If she can do that, that would be great.
Yep, keeps that senchu. That's why it's so important when you get to that point in the last few seconds.
Exactly, or if she's Amy Connell, 3 punches.
Yeah.
Zaretska just moving out of the way so cleverly.
Yep.
Keeping out of danger. There was a video call. That was a fairly strong punch from Semeraro. This time she didn't get a point. She gets a penalty. Unsuccessful call. Into the last 15 seconds, and is that gonna go? And it is gonna go in favour.
Wow.
What a fantastic time to do it. 13 seconds on the clock. That's going to be a 3-point score, and she has the senchu. That's the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
Tables have turned. World champion now trailing. 13 seconds to go. Zaretska on the hunt. She's pushing in forward. Semeraro staying her ground. Now, this is going to be a dangerous situation because Semeraro has lost the senchu. She's on Hansakachui. If it'll be 4-4, it'll go to a draw, and the referee and judges will make a decision. Senchu's gone. The green dot will disappear. Into the last 7 seconds. Both of them fighting, neither wanting to go to Hante. Both trying to impress the judges. Semeraro plows Zaretska down to the tatami. This time, it is going to be Zaretska who gets penalised.
It's a tough decision.
Your decision now, Amy. Red or blue? Quick.
Red.
You're going to go red. Are you going to be right? Well, the referee thinks you are, but the judges think it's blue.
3-2. Close one.
Split decision.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Close.
Wow. What an exciting bang that was.
Wow.
And that shows karate at its most exciting.
Absolutely. So exciting. Get everything in there. Sweeps, kicks, punches,
Semeraro had it in the bag. She had the senchu. and fell foul of the
Yeah.
rules.
That's why it's keeping that century is so important, isn't it? The last 10 seconds, it's so important. Crucial, yeah. Yeah.
That's Zaretska demonstrating yet again why she's world champion and Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah, great athlete.
So it's back to the drawing board for Semerero.
Yeah.
The last time they met, she was the victor.
Yeah.
So now it is 2-1 in wins in the Premier League in favour of Arina Zaretska.
Yeah.
World Championships coming up next year, Amy.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one to watch.
in Baku 2022. Congratulations. And we have our national course.
Pride of the nation, Arina Zaretska, flying the flags of all those young hopefuls for the future.
Yeah, it's great to see.
What an inspiration for women,
Absolutely.
for
Women
karate,
for karate, yeah.
for athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's amazing to see. Nice to see her flying the flag.
Referee panel led by Jahangir Babiev of Azerbaijan. Great honour for referees as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be officiating, whether you're a judge or a referee, whatever role you play is so important and such an honour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Silver medalist of the last Asian Championships
Rikito Shimada, 22 years of age, a world junior champion, Karate1 silver medalist and a bronze medalist.
Wearing blue, coming from Egypt. Number one kid, gold medal in Ramadan, China. He's the current champion of the world,
You heard that. The current champion of the world, World Games gold medalist.
Yep.
In addition, he was first in Rabat and first in Fujairah.
What a year.
My word, what form the world champion's in. Youssef Badawi. Oh, I'm looking forward to this bout because Shimada, he won't be fazed by any of that. He'll push all of that to the back of his mind
Yep.
and get on with the job.
Got a job to do, doesn't he? Yep, absolutely.
So when you're on the tatami, Amy, and you're faced with a top name, a top seed,
Yep.
how do you deal with it?
You just treat it like any other person. You have respect for them, but you fight your fight and you focus on what you do best in the tatami, because otherwise you'll get overwhelmed and you won't be able to perform well. So it's really focusing on your own strengths.
So you don't want to beat yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The mind games, isn't it? Yeah, mindset's so important.
Badawi really quick with those legs. He tried the side kick and then the round kick to the body. Shimada goes in with that punch. bit of stalemate going on at the moment,
little
isn't
bit,
there?
isn't there?
The referee's had enough,
Yep.
given them opportunity, but now it's time for
A little bit.
yellow cards to be dished out. And both of them will get that. There's been an interesting rule change quite recently, hasn't there? When if one of them is winning
Yep.
by a point, and that sort of thing happens, it's only the person who's losing who gets the warning.
Yeah.
Which I think is the right thing to do. Don't you?
It's like it does. It keeps changing, doesn't it? It's nice.
Yeah.
A nice thing.
Why would you want to, if you're winning, you don't have to attack, do you?
No.
You're winning.
Yeah. You're trying to encourage the other person to throw.
Really quick
So
off
fast.
the- He's got such quick technique.
Yep.
Whether it's with his hands or his feet. World champion Youssef Badawi opening the score. Just 21 years old.
Wow.
Shimada's only 22.
Yep.
So we're seeing the emergence of the younger fighters coming into the senior ranks.
Absolutely. Performing at this level.
And you feel it's the same in the females categories? as
Yeah,
well?
you see that too. Exact same. Yeah, it's great to see.
No censure issued just yet because of the video review request. You see the way that he's leaning backwards
Yep.
and he's throwing them in the punch. That will be a consideration. And you see that it's
No
no.
score.
Incorrect form, incorrect timing.
Yep.
Quite a few things going wrong there.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
my
Wow.
goodness! That is the best technique. Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say the best technique we've seen so far, but actually
Of the day.
we've seen some
We have.
fantastic hip-ons.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
That
be
was up there.
surprised if that doesn't make it in the top 5.
I think so, yeah. It's perfectly executed. So fast. Nice punch.
Yeah, see,
Yep.
Badawi's attempting that kick again, but the counter punch from Shimada.
Yeah, nice and sharp. Wow.
Turned the tables,
Yeah.
didn't it? The attack coming from Shimada, and it was met with that punch from Badawi.
So quick. Yeah. He reads things really well.
And the range of techniques that he's using, just everything, isn't it?
Literally, yeah. It's great to see.
Ooh, wow. The timing
Yeah.
is superb.
Unreal. Wow.
Eight points to 1.
Yep.
Shimada receiving a warning. That's his second yellow card. If Badawi gets one more point, the match will be finished. There's still 43 seconds. Shimada is Japanese.
Yeah.
He's never going to give up.
No, he's not. Wow.
He puts his legs up and kicks with absolute
Ease.
ease.
Comfort, isn't it?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally relaxed. He's hardly broken sweat.
Yeah. Amazing. Wow.
Loses the Senju, but takes the gold.
Phenomenal. Wow, what a great match.
Class act.
Youssef Badawi. gold medal for him. Egypt.
What a talent, 21 years.
Incredible.
Congratulations.
World champion. World Games. Yep. He's
My
on,
goodness
on
me.
form.
And there's likely to be many more years of watching that young man.
Absolutely. Great to see. Great spectacle for karate.
Session is moving too quickly for us, Amy. We're at the penultimate competition.
Flying in. Too
This
much
is-
excitement.
The bout for the female plus 68 kilogram. That's the next one up. Chance to savour the techniques of the world champion, Badawi.
Wow.
My goodness,
Unbelievable.
just
Yeah,
brilliant.
perfect. Wow.
Coming up, female committee over 68 kilograms gold medal match. Female committee over 68 kilograms gold medal match. Introducing first, as usual, Aka. Ready in red. Coming from Japan. Number 2 on the world ranking. Number 11 on the world ranking. Bronze medal in Matosinos. Saito Ayaka.
Saito Ayaka, bronze medalist in Matrosinos in the Karate1 Premier League.
And her opposition today, pulling now out. Well, coming from Ukraine, number 24 on the world standing, number 25 on the world ranking, silver medal in Cairo last year, welcome, Anastasia Stepashko.
Anastasia Stepashko from Ukraine, Karate1 Premier League, gold, 2 silvers and 2 bronze. Is today the day to take another gold? Saito Ayaka. She hasn't taken a gold or silver, but she's been 4 times bronze medalist. Glad to see that gurney going past was empty.
Yes.
Let's hope
Stays there.
it stays that way.
Yep.
Another one of the bouts with a quiet start to it.
Yep.
So when you were traveling around, I'm just thinking of how people have to move around and travel. You have your coach in Scotland,
Yep.
but that's not always possible to travel.
No.
But you had a coach here.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how does that work? Do you ask somebody to help you?
Yeah, I mean, the karate family is a great community, isn't it? And I came here without a coach, so somebody said that they would be able to sit in my chair to support me.
That's really important because when you have the card
Yep.
and you've got nobody in the chair, and we've seen this happen,
A lot, yeah.
that doesn't quite seem right, does
Yeah,
it?
it leaves you a little bit of a disadvantage. So you wanna, if you can, have that card advantage.
Yeah, exactly. No card advantage or disadvantage required here because the score is going to be paid to Seito Ayaka. And she'll get the sensu advantage. And as we've seen before, we can no doubt have a change of strategies here as Stepashko has got to become more intense in her attacks.
Yep. Force that point.
There were two punches,
Yep.
definitely. Stepashko was second, but the punch went in from Seito. That secured another Yuko, didn't it?
Video review.
Be interesting to see this video review.
Yep.
And the bottom right screen seems to be the best view. Now, see where the coach is at the back of in the box at the back there.
Yep.
He can't see exactly where the punch finished.
Yeah.
He believes that there was a score.
Yep.
But it's difficult for him to see the whole technique.
Yep.
And that's why angles are so important. But now he's lost the card because it was an unsuccessful call.
Oh.
No need for a card there
No.
from Seito. She gets another point. In fact, there would have been a good time to
turn.
have the card
Yeah.
because it looked a
Clean.
sound technique from Seito. One of the judges did go for it
Yep. One flag.
from Stepashko. In the last 30 seconds, Seito still has the 3 points. She also has the sensu advantage, and the green dot isn't there at the moment, but she still has that sensu advantage. Stepashko's got to score 4 points to beat her, or force an error to make her lose the sensu.
Nice. Good evasion and then straight back in. Yeah.
And do you train that sort of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Some good side movement, fast movement, and then taking your points.
Into the last 9 seconds, Stepashko throws in a punch. That time she was successful. Still 6 seconds, and it's not impossible to win because a 3-point score, it will draw 4-4, but the sensu still lies with Seito from Japan. Now she'll lose the sensu. They've both got the penalty. That's it, time up. There's a good kick there from Stepashko right at the very end, but it was after time. And the win and the gold medal goes to Seito Ayaka.
Gold medal for Seito Ayaka from Japan. Silver medal, Anastasia Stepashko from Ukraine. Congratulations to both of you.
Means so much when you win, doesn't it, Amy?
It does, yeah. You can see that emotion, it means a lot to them.
When you're teaching your karate or training or self-defense, whichever it is, how much emphasis do you put on psychological development?
It's massive, to be honest. I think it's a part that sometimes people forget about because you think of the physical side of self-defense or karate, but the mental side is huge, you know, like for empowerment, for everything like that, for confidence, self-confidence. The mindset really is everything you need.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's your mind that controls your body.
Literally, exactly, yeah. Strong mind. You can see that in some of the matches, can't you? You know, people coming, when they're down, they're coming back from like 5-0 defeats to that match we've seen there. Like, it's just amazing to see the difference.
Exactly. It's that strong ethos from martial arts, and particularly from karate in Japan. You know, 7 times down, 8 times up.
Yep, exactly.
Just keep going.
Keep
going.
Yep, exactly.
Wearing red coming from Egypt. Number 2 of the Premier standing. Number 4 of the world ranking. Gold medal in Rabat and silver medal in Fujairah. Please welcome Karate1 BAKU.
Another very young fighter, just 21 years of age, Star Mahmoud.
And across the Tatami.
It's amazing how fantastic the team from Azerbaijan are.
Yeah.
Another fantastic fighter going for gold, Asiman Gurbanli. This is the last of the gold medal contests here at the 4th Karate1 Premier League in Baku, Azerbaijan. Can it be another gold medal for the host nation? With Asiman Gurbanli, the 30-year-old, up against Star Mahmoud of Egypt, who's just 21 years of age.
A good atmosphere for it.
Atmosphere is important, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Olympics, unfortunately, there was no audience. It was absolutely amazing event.
Yeah, incredible.
With an audience at the Budokan 4, my word.
Wow, yeah.
That would have been
something special, yeah. Even more special.
Even more, even more special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Front hand attack there from Mahmoud, and a counter punch from Gurbanli. So that's the first point and the century advantage. And it goes to Asiman Gurbanli, much to the delight of the crowd here in the Haydar facility.
Yep. It's great to see so many children here supporting.
Yes, absolutely, indeed. Another really quick front hand.
Yeah. Perfect timing. Wow. Nice score back there from Egypt.
Still trails by 1 point. But getting closer. Still only halfway through.
we have a video review from Red.
Well, is it going to be successful? We'll have to wait and see. Here's the attack. Seemed to be overstretching a little bit just there. Mahmoud hoping that this is going to be a score given. And that red card is raised once more. No score and no card. Oh. Wow. Now, referee started the 10 count. There was a flag that went for the technique, but the other judges kept the flags down. They deemed it to be too hard. I thought Mahmoud put down on the tatami by the attack from Asaman Gorbanli. All techniques must be controlled.
Yeah.
The considerations are whether it was too hard, whose fault it was.
Yeah.
And it could have been the fault of Mahmoud if he didn't block, if he didn't. And let's have a look here. There's the kick. Well, there was an exchange of techniques there going on. And the reaction is important as well. The reaction of the athlete.
Yep.
How much was he hurt?
Yep.
Is his reaction appropriate to the level of contact?
Yep. Absolutely.
The referee's thinking about lots of things here, and the reaction is that there is a contact violation. It was too hard, and he's giving a keikoku, second level, warning in category 1.
Yep.
But that was unfortunate for both, actually.
For
one
both.
for getting hit,
Exactly.
and the other one for not quite controlling it to the level that he needed to score.
To score, yep, absolutely.
Certainly more attack coming in from Mahmoud in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, really trying to close that gap, hasn't he?
Kabali tries a hooking kick over the top, steps off the tatami. Once more, Gobali making his way to the edge of the tatami and bundled out of the area. Mahmoud is penalised for pushing. 8 seconds left on the clock. Mahmoud desperately has to go forward. Gobali once again on the tatami, steps off the area. This time it's going to be a Hansoka Chui. He will lose the Senchu advantage.
Yeah. He's chasing for 1 point now, Egypt to get that back.
Still 4 seconds on the clock. Again, he's moving back to the edge of the tatami. In comes Mahmoud. Tries up front hand punch. Unsuccessful. And the win and the gold medal goes to Asaman Gorbanli of Azerbaijan.
Well done.
Silver medal, League BAKU. Congratulations, both of you. Congratulations, both of you. And now please don't go very far because we need to move forward in just a minute.
Wow, we've had some outstanding performances again.
Yeah, great day of gold medal matches there.
Some tremendous karate techniques, some great spirited fighters, and I'm really pleased to see that there weren't too many injuries.
No, yeah, it's always a great day.
Saman Bali throwing his pads into the crowd. Time for a great Photoshop.
Yeah.
So we come to the end of the program, Amy, and just like to thank you so much for all the input and to wish you the best of luck with your venture and your work with the self-defense classes that you're running,
Thank you.
and also for next week in the Commonwealth Games.
Thank you so much.
We're now going to leave you with the top 5 Ippons of the day. Make sure you join Karate1 Premier Leagues next year and wherever they are around the world. And here we have the results of the Karate1 Premier League here in Baku, Azerbaijan, in the Heydar Aliyev Sports and Exhibition Complex. And these are your winners. So thank you very much indeed for watching wherever you are watching. My name is Billy Brennan. It's been an absolute honour to bring this programme to you with International Sports Broadcasting and the World Karate Federation. We're going to leave you now with some of the best images of the day. Thank you and bye-bye.